Hi, my name is Doug Cherry. I'm a founder of the Cherry Charging Systems, which I'm about to go through with you. We have different models. We have models for solar, back up the solar systems. We have models that will do the charging on big machinery, 12 and 24 volt. 48 volt we have, and 12 volt only. And we're still developing for higher tech in the solar world for the houses. So we'll move through and we'll just have a wee look at what I've got. This is our 48 volt, one we use for backing up solar. It's fully automatic, or you can have a manual control and just organise it the way you want to. But automatic, it will start when the voltage gets down to a predetermined time, and then it will actually start up and run until the batteries are charged. And the voltmeter here, which is telling you what the batteries are doing. And we have an AGM position or a deep cycle position because they're different charge rates. This is a diesel. It's the diesel selected because they're a reasonable product and the price is right. But we can fit any engine to the charging system that you may require. This one is going to the islands, and it will have, we have heat problems up in the islands, so we've installed a fan in the rear, and that brings the air in here and fills this box up and forces the air past the engine because it's air cooled. So we hope to keep that cool because the humidity up in the islands is very high. It carries its own battery here, and it charges its own battery for starting, and we need that for our auto start position. And it is diesel, but we can also run these on biofuel, so that's a bit of a bonus. So that's basically it. As I say, we can use any engine that's required, petrol or whatever. They still bolt onto our bell housings that we've developed. This here is 48 volt at 90 amps output, so it's very high for 48 volt. So it takes a little bit of horsepower, which is about 7 horsepower, to drive that under full load. So we'll just move on to the next one. This is our 12, 24 volt. It can be used for the big machinery, which is designed for the major size batteries, and we use it as a jump pack. The other advantage of it is a jump pack. It's pretty gentle on computers of the heavy machinery, so it's not going to damage any of that. In comparison to the standard jump packs that they use, if you get it wrong, it's a major cost. So this here, if you get it wrong, it's okay. It won't give you a fright. So this one here is quite easy. It's on auto operation, auto off, auto on. Put that on there, and it'll sense sometime when to start. This particular one's a petrol. It was chosen by the customer. Now that was the auto start. Now that was organised by the voltage that dropped in the batteries, which is there in my test batteries. So that was there on 12 volts. So I'll now change it over to 24. We've now got 24 volt batteries. Now all I have to do is switch this down here, and we have on the gauge, it's telling us that that battery's got 25 volts on it, and this up here is the wee battery that's inside telling us that it's got 12.1 volts in it. So I'll just manually start this one because we won't need to go through all that. Now that's that one there, and it's was charging 29 volts to 30 volts, which I've got set to give the the deep cycle certainly a big boost. Okay, that's our multi-volt fully automatic. Now this one here is quite unique to the fact that it's got a petrol tank and it has a gas bottle, i.e. that one. It is LPG, and that's all here. This is good for places that don't have petrol, or as petrol's expensive or diesel's expensive. We can run it on LPG because some of those places their cooking's all LPG, so we have that backup. So we can run it on petrol or LPG, this one. And this is one of our, just a 12 volt model, totally 12 volt, and it's got the manual automatic function, and it's got deep cycle charge or AGM charge, which is a different charge as we spoke about, and it runs like a little clock. Now that was under quite a load because it was charging these batteries down here. So we will move on to the next one that we made, and we'll try it. This one here is very similar to what we had before. It's just the same, it's just a petrol and there's no LPG put on the side of it. The LPG came at an extra cost of $300, so we didn't think that was too bad. So this is just a standard model. This would be used in a crib situation, a small whitebait hut or fishing somewhere away in the sticks, and maybe you could back it up with a bit of solar, and that certainly would help your batteries for the day, and you could come back and enjoy a cold one at night. So that's a simple everyday one. That's not a problem. This is another version of our miner. This was made to order. They requested a bit of a cover over it, and on the top we've got a small solar panel, and that just keeps its internal battery charged up, because in this situation it may not need to be started for probably 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks, so because it's definitely 100% jump start stuff. So so we decided we would put a little battery in there, and it's also, because it's of what it's doing, we've used now standard Anderson flakes that snap in, so this can stay on the back of a work truck, and take your jumper leads with you and snap them into there. They just push in and pull out, just like that. It's as simple as that, and that'll plug back in. So this is the one, and it's got quite a big engine on this one, customer request. So that's the one that we are using a lot, and I'm assuming that the mines will go for this type because it's a jump pack that doesn't go flat. They're all made of heavy stuff and be very unlikely to burn anything out. They're all guaranteed for 3 years. With no questions asked guarantee, so there's no problem there. Oh well, that's that bit. Now because we're right into solar, it starts off at the battery, and you'll see there's a hydrometer. Still the most effective way of checking your batteries, and I personally like batteries that have tops so I can test them and look after them. If the battery is sealed, in my personal opinion, it is throwaway because we can't service it. For some reason the charger could have got too much, or something's gone wrong, and with sealed batteries you might as well throw them all away. But with flooded batteries, meaning you can see inside, you've got a good chance of topping the acid up, checking it, or doing something about it to try and save the battery, as they're very expensive and they're supposed to last a long time. So that one's just coupled up here, and it's got your battery to start with. We've got a generator backing up here for the grey days. We've also got solar panels that I haven't got shown in this picture, but the solar panels will come into here, regulated there, and off to the batteries, and then they will keep the battery up until of the grey days. Then my charger will start up automatically and bring those batteries up to what they're supposed to be, and then they go down to the inverter, which goes along and is plugged into the vacuum cleaner, and yes, and that becomes woman's work. Now to conclude about all the charging, we'll give you the website address. I'll just hold it up in front just to double check that, and just head to our website and we'll have everything on there for you, all the information, and it'll tell you the charging of every generator, the output, etc, etc. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.